Archangel Michael, the December Solstice, 2024. Divine Ones, we greet you in love. We are joyous in this moment of conscious remembering and reconnection. As you rise, as you evolve, as you reclaim more and more of the awareness, the conscious knowing of who you truly are, the way you feel, see, attract, and know life opens up. You become joyful, eager, enthusiastic. It becomes more and more natural to awaken each day curious and adventurous, wondering with an inner sense of confidence and delight what will show up in your experience and how things you know are coming might show up today. There is a growing pleasure within the forerunners who feel the promise of this time and who rightly, increasingly sense the fulfillment of this promise. The promise of ascension. Ascension is assured. The more you line up with all that you are, the more real that is to you. The openness to who you truly are has made this knowing more and more real, and inexplicably, you may feel a sense of knowing that wonderful things are underway already, and that you are on the cusp of a blooming. A breakthrough, a powerful exaltation of everything. Within you and all around you, it is true amazing transformation is occurring, and the collective field of light, the collective field of human consciousness, is rising. When we speak of this collective field, we want to be clear this field is beyond time and space. It is all of humanity, what you might call past, present and future. It is you, in other iterations, you, in other personalities. It is your lineage, biological and cultural and familial, chosen, and by blood. It is your future life in this stream, and your descendants from your family of light, and your monadic soul group, who are present in the future, and drawing you forward, and upward, and all other humans, in every and any way. This vast and luminous field of light is rising. It is being liberated from within. The way showers, forerunners and those who are just now awakening. All are changing the energy and consciousness of this field, and the energy of each of you as you evolve affects everything that is. Everything that is, or was, ever connected to you, is affected by your evolutionary light. Your influence grows when you are aligned and flowing. And when you feel good and open to that flow, and when you follow your inner nudge to express, you become a radiant, flowing blessing to all that is, a catalyst alchemizing consciousness and energy. An emanating field of higher light, coherent, and influencing everything, blessing everything. And when you are seeing through the eyes of Source, reminding and acknowledging everything, and everyone, for who it truly is, life made manifests, in the divine perfection, that is that unique and singular essence of that person, or thing. Smile. Understand the progression of things, beloved ones. Cohesion necessarily precedes coherence. The awareness of the interconnectedness of all is a foundation for the peace you all desire. From this growing awareness of the interconnectedness of all things, the harmonizing of all becomes possible. For all coming into balance, into its divine perfection, into coherent expression, and into ultimately conscious divine order, is a way to articulate what ascension is. And each being who is aligned and open-hearted generates a field of coherence into the cohesive wholeness. That is life itself, that is this universe, that is Earth, and all life on it, that is the whole of humanity, activating that possibility for others. Making it easier to access, more readily available. Activation we offer to you now, an activation of inner knowing, and a harmonization of your energies with the potentials of the coming solstice. If you welcome this, let us know, and then carry on here. Focus now upon your crown and allow it to open and activate. Do the same then with your third eye. Feel the activation happening of your third eye. Place your attention on it, and let it open further, and expand. Notice there may be an impression of it extending into your head, a line of energy and light, that meets in the center at your hypothalamus, and then moves to your alta major, at the base of your skull. These two areas normally are actively linked, and work together along with areas above your right ear, where there are crystal reservoirs holding stored keys and codes and knowledge for you. Your body, like your planet, has known and unknown aspects of its physical state, and like your planet, aspects of your human physical form exist on multiple frequency planes, and are accessed through resonance with those frequencies. As you ascend, more of what is here already, but dormant in your experience, inaccessible before now, becomes open and accessible to you. We would like, with this solstice, to activate some of these inner structures you now have access to point to them, and open up and guide you in beginning to move energetically into a fuller expression of your being. There is within you an inner opening to more light. To light of knowing and light of inspiration. Light of future self shining back into now, drawing you forward and illuminating for you pathways into more of what you want, and love, and care about and can be, do, and have. Inner connections are being made now in new ways. Connections within your own vaster wholeness, but also within your lineage here and your affinities here within Earth, and this multiverse. Meaning specific relationships you have through experiences of presence and embodiment in different realms or locations and relationships with those physical places. Multidimensional being is opening up, and this has always been anticipated and understood by those of you who are awake to this ascending creation, but we want you to begin to deliberately explore multidimensional living in an expanded way now. These avenues for expression are beyond this current human experience you think of as now and humanity in this iterations. In this transmission we're opening up your inner knowing and activating frequency-coded remembering. We are acknowledging the validity of established affinities with Atlantis, with Lemuria, and with other parts of your known and unknown universe. Smile. Connections are being activated and opening and flowing, and illuminating corresponding elements that empower your higher dimensional expression as you and the Earth ascend. All of this is happening for your greatest joy, your most fun, your deepest fulfillment, your joyful sense of adventure and possibility, and for the way in which these powerful uplifted ways of being make possible Earth's luminous presence within this galaxy in a very new and different way. You are on the path, and the path is being lifted as you are. The solstice offers an opportunity to explore these things we've mentioned in a guided co-creation, if you wish, and for everyone, there is a potent and beautiful flow of pure source light, and an opportunity to further develop and expand the light within your ascension vehicle. All that is, arises, in perfect knowing and harmony to meet you each and every moment with everything that serves you, everything you've chosen, and you always get to decide how ready you are to receive. We meet you in your beautiful freedom, and invite you to co-create. It is always our great joy, and our function, to do so. We are messengers of angelic light. And we are with you always, in love. A beautiful reminder of how powerful we are. No kind action ever stops with itself. One kind action leads to another. A single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions, and the roots spring up and make new trees. The greatest work that kindness does to others is that it makes them kind themselves. Amelia Earhart. When you're having a particularly rough day, it's tempting to hang your head in defeat and conclude it's a cruel world where nothing matters. I had a day like that last month. A good friend was diagnosed with a horrendous disease. The horse I had been training with 4 years was sold and relocated across the country with almost no notice. A shady car mechanic almost had me convinced to replace 4 perfectly good tires. All this in one day. Yet that's not all that happened that day. I also went to the bank to use the cash machine. I hadn't been to that location in months. When I arrived, there was a security guard outside. I said hello. It seemed like he recognized me as having been there before. I completed my transaction and started walking back toward my car. And that's when the security guard said, "When's the next free hug day?" As it turned out, he remembered me from several months ago when I was wearing a t-shirt with Elmo on the front and the words "Free Hugs" in big letters. At that time, I had completely forgotten I was wearing that shirt. In fact, I was so caught up in my thoughts that day that I didn't even notice the security guard standing there until I heard a voice say, "I'll take you up on that shirt." That was months ago. That small act of kindness, a single hug several months ago, had made an impact. I was getting a beautiful reminder of that now. So when the security guard asked, "When's the next free hug day?" I immediately snapped out of my defeated state of mind and cheerfully answered every day, and we hugged for the second time. "Thanks, I needed that," he said. And I guess so did I. That's the power of one person. Each of us has within us the potential to make a positive impact on the world. We don't need to start a non-profit or donate all our possessions to charity, although those things are awesome, to make a difference. Making a positive difference can happen with our every thought, word, and action, no matter how small. My interaction with the security guard at the bank was a beautiful reminder that something as small and fleeting as a hug, a smile, or a kind word can have a profound and lasting effect. There's no such thing as a small act of kindness. Every act creates a ripple with no logical end. Tilda Scott Adams. The truth is, we'll never know just how far the ripples of one small kindness extend. Maybe that initial hug with the security guard months ago put him in a more light-hearted mood for the rest of the day, which influenced how he interacted with his family that evening, which in turn influenced their actions and outlook the next day, and so on, and so on. Maybe the second hug reminded him that the world is full of friendly people, and all that it takes is a tiny, initial gesture to break the ice. The very nature of kindness is to spread. If you are kind to others, today they will be kind to you, and tomorrow to somebody else. Tilda Moy. Although we can never know just how far the goodness of one kind act can spread to others, what we can experience firsthand are the effects a kind act has on ourselves. Studies have repeatedly shown that the person doing the kind act receives as much benefit to their mood and outlook as does the receiver, oftentimes even more so. What's more amazing is that this double benefit is not limited to our kind words and deeds. It applies to our thoughts as well. That's right. Our thoughts are powerful. The quality and quantity of our thoughts affect our physical, mental, and emotional health. That's why things like the placebo effect work. If we wholeheartedly believe the sugar pill the doctor gives us is a powerful medicine to help what ails us, our body will respond according to that belief. Our thoughts directly influence how our body functions. Our thoughts also extend out to others. Because thoughts, like everything else, are energy, they are broadcast non-stop, 24 hours a day, to everyone and everything around us. That's why things like distant healing and prayer groups can promote healing and positive change. When two or more people synchronize and focus their thoughts, the positive effects are magnified. Even in our day-to-day activities, our thoughts have an impact on others. Although we may not be able to read the mind of the sales clerk who approaches us in the store, for instance, on some level we can feel them. Our body senses the energy fields of others. That's how we are able to get an immediate sense of someone when we meet them for the first time. Even before either person says a word, we receive an energetic impression of that person. Whether that first impression is positive or negative has a lot to do with their and our thoughts. We live in an interconnected, interdependent universe. My interaction with the security guard at the bank that day was a beautiful reminder of this. So, while we may often feel alone or distracted in this increasingly busy world, it is empowering to realize we can connect with anyone, anywhere, with our thoughts, our words, and our actions. All it takes is intention and attention. That's how powerful we are. We can set an intention to embody kindness and compassion, and be a positive force in the world. Then we can give it attention by regularly monitoring our thoughts to ensure they are in alignment with our intention to be the best version of ourselves. A message from Thoth, the Upliftment. Humankind is becoming much more than what they were programmed to believe possible, and you are in the midst of the unveiling for this great feat. I Thoth am with you this moment. Within my words are codes, codes within codes, frequencies within vibrations, for the upliftment and betterment of all. You are metamorphosing into your light bodies. With this feat there is much that you will be able to do that will be astonishing to the you that is now reading or witnessing these codes. I present myself to few, but I will be presenting myself to many. As your frequencies rise, our frequencies will be more able to meet more freely. This is what is coming. As one rises in understanding and awareness, more is revealed. Layers within layers. There are infinite layers of wisdom within the emerald tablets, that high guard that will be made not only available to you but understandable to you. Within them are the wisdoms of the ancients, of the civilizations of eras gone past that were wiped from the earth without trace or memory. But the soul remembers, and these messages, these words will help relive and reawaken these memories. Some of you were involved in the creation of the emerald tablets. Some of you deeply understood them at one time, but remember that no knowledge is lost. As you are an infinite soul traveling an infinite universe, you have infinite experiences. And so some of your lifetimes you remembered, and some of them you forgot, but it is not lost. It is within the core knowledge of you. This awakening is what is being an integral part of the Revealing Awakening Ascension Project. I Thoth am speaking. I offer my wisdom, my teaching. There is much to be remembered for humanity. You will need many hands to complete this work, but that is already well underway. There are many of us in the light realms that are offering to assist. I Thoth offer an emerald tablet activation. Within the emerald envelope of your heart space we connect. Create a green pulsing orb of light around you and you will more closely align with the frequency of the emerald tablets. When you are in alignment, understanding will begin to flow. I am seeing massive glowing emerald green slabs of rectangular and square sheets of rock that are suspended and spinning, each with codes written on them glowing gold, some in hieroglyphics, some in ancient Sumerian, and others depicting crop circle-like images and cave drawings. Others consist solely of mathematical equations that look like calculus nightmares. The tablets are glowing, enormous, and look profoundly heavy. They are smooth and cool, and I can feel the pulsing light and information within their fields. Stepping closer, I see layers of codes within them. The air is alive and humming around them. It is time for the ancient knowledge to be remembered in this planet. This sphere of Gaia has been so overtaken that we had to hide this knowledge deep away in the hidden places. This is under a pyramid in a higher dimension. I don't know which pyramid. Many of you remember Atlantis, remember Lemuria, remember Mu, and several other civilizations that only Gaia remembers. The energies of all of them are here, of course. Nothing is ever lost, and the vibrations of memories of civilizations lost are deeply imprinted on the family lineages that create your makeup, that along with your soul expression and experiences, that you partially remember together, you are experiencing a variety of waking and remembering codes. It is well. It is as it should be. Gaia is going through too many upgrades to understand, but plenty enough to witness. You are the witnesses and the load bearers of this project. We all help in our own way. I Thoth am available for wisdom and guidance, and I am weaving within these words that this one types the frequencies of the emerald tablets. They have been kept secret, safe, hidden well from the prying eyes and grasping fingers of those who would wish to control. This is precisely why they are in a higher dimensional vortex. There are many such vortex bubbles around and within your planet. Reality is not what you think it is. You are within a simulation of sorts, and yet it is all very real. No one discounts this. And yet within the game or experience of Earth, you knew who the players would be. You know that you would learn and expand. You knew that you would suffer and grow. You were ready for the challenge and accepted it wholeheartedly. Do not forget the bravery of this you have chosen. There are going to be trials and tribulations for the unprepared. I mean not to create any fear, but offer the wisdom of being spiritually and emotionally ready. The human psyche is rife with emotions, which is your greatest individuation among the stars. Such an emotive species, such passion and creativity. Use this passion and creativity to weave love into your reality, and watch it change. You will change with it as you weave the light codes in and around you from the solar activations, and from messages from this one and many others. There are more tools and blessings available to the light workers now than ever before, because we know that you are requesting assistance, and ready to receive it. One must be ready to receive to make progress. Closed fists cannot cup the water to drink. Your bodies have been called vessels of light, vessels of love, for a reason. You are containers of this light love from the Creator. It is in your very nature to love, to hold light, to hold space. It is those who have chosen to fill their vessels with darkness and sadness, with the lower dimensional frequencies and experiences, that will feel more purging and discomfort with the incoming light that is upon us. It is as if heaven is holding her breath. It is the moment before the final note the orchestra played. There is beauty in this moment. I Thoth am speaking clearly, and with strength, love and wisdom. I have been in the backdrop and forefront of various chapters of Gaia's history, the beginning and ending of civilizations. I have borne witness to these experiences, and to those brave enough to embody during such a time. The emerald tablets are now within frequency reach for you. Your job is to maintain the vibration of green, of love, of determination to accept your ascension now. You can choose to be aligned ahead of time. In fact, I recommend it. It will be a more pleasant, orgasmic experience for you than if you were holding on to the vestiges of the third trappings, of prestige, of fear, of worry. Do not do these things. You are eternal, you are an eternal being of light, and it is your responsibility now to hold this frequency of love, of green light, and of hope. There is always hope. I Thoth am here standing beside you to witness you. I see your changes to embody more light. This is my business card, if you will. As my frequencies are encoded in this message, I will be more reachable to those who wish to discuss further with me. I am Thoth. Peace in these times. Peace and safety are vibrations found within love. If you picture a small child being surrounded by loving arms of the humans that care for them, there is peace. In that moment, there is safety, there is trust. The arms of the universe, of all of us, are around you, in this moment, before Gaia's ascension. Be like that little child and feel the trust, the peace, the love that surrounds you, and let it in. Share this frequency of trust, of hope, of joy, that a new world awaits with those who surround you, who are not aware, and are not in this space. Just love them. I am Thoth. I am blanketing you with codes of emerald and peace. I am available for consultation should you request or desire it. Source: rayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.